Welcome to this tutorial on the if statement in Python. For the text version of this tutorial, click on the link in the description below, and for more information visit datascienceunlimited.tech. A conditional statement refers to a statement that is only executed if a condition holds true. If the statement is false, another statement is executed. This is the basic logic of an if statement. We will look at an example of the logic that an if statement follows where if the value of x is less than 5, smaller is printed to the screen. If the value of x is more than 10, larger is printed to the screen. If x is neither less than 5 nor greater than 10, then neither is printed to the screen. This if statement logic diagram is as follows. A value of 8 is assigned to the variable x. Then it is evaluated if the variable x is smaller than 5. If true, smaller is printed to the screen. And if false, we continue. The answer is false, so you continue down and evaluate if x is larger than 10. If this is true, then larger is printed to the screen. And if it's false, neither is printed to the screen. This is again false, and therefore you follow the path down to print neither. If x was say 15, then larger would have been printed to the screen. An if statement is a basic form of logic in programming. It is a way of conditionally executing code. The if statement is given a conditional statement that evaluates to either true or false. If the statement is true, the if statement performs a function. If the condition statement is false, then either it continues with the code after the if statement or it executes the else or elif part of the statement. In this example, the variable x, which is equal to 8, is being evaluated by the if statement. 8 is larger than 5, and hence the condition evaluates to true and larger is printed to the screen. Boolean expressions ask a question and produce a true or false result, which we use to control program flow. We use comparison operators to evaluate Boolean expressions to either true or false. Comparison operators compares variables, and it does not change the value of the variable. Here is a list of the comparison operators that we can use in Python. We use these comparison operators when doing comparisons in a conditional statement. For example, when comparing two numbers with each other. We can also compare strings using these operators, not just numbers. The if-else logic is an extension of the if statement whereby if this if statement evaluates to false, then the else block of code will run. The else statement does not execute if the if statement evaluates to true. In this example, the if statement evaluates to false, and therefore the else statement is executed, and larger is printed to the screen. The elif is a combination of the if statement and the else statement. It is similar to the else statement, whereby it executes only if the if statement evaluates to false. But the elif statement also has a conditional execution. This example prints smaller if x is less than y, larger if x is greater than y, and equal if x is neither less than nor greater than y. An if statement can get very complicated, and you can add many elif statements with different conditions. You can even add an if statement inside an if statement, and we call this nested if statements. Say you want to evaluate the input of a user and produce feedback based on the user's input. Step 1. We ask the user for input. Let us use the age of the user as an example. We will convert the age to an integer type so that we can use comparison operators on the age. We use the int function to convert the user's input and set the integer equal to age. We can determine if the user's age is less than 18 and print out a message. We use an if statement with a conditional statement age less than 18 followed by a colon. The indented code after the if statement will be executed if the age is less than 18. If the age is less than 18, we will print your age is less than 18. We can use the elif statement to determine if the user's age is less than 30. We type elif age less than 30 and we will print out your age is greater than 17 but below 30. This will only execute if the user's age is less than 30 but greater than 17. We can continue with more elif statements and end with an else statement that will output you entered an invalid age if none of the conditions were true. We now have an if statement with 3 elif blocks and 1 else block of code. The else will not execute in this program. Why, you might ask? If the user entered alphabetic characters or there was something wrong with the user's input, Python will raise an error. I will soon demonstrate this. Let us test out our program. We go to the terminal and make sure we are in the directory where the .py Python script is located. We type python3, a space, and then the name of the file. We need to remember to save the file and try again. I will input 17 for a test and the program prints out your age is less than 18. We run the program again by using the up arrow and hit enter. This time I am going to test the age 47. And as expected, the program outputs your age is greater than or equal to 40. We will rerun and just type a random word. And we get a value error. This is because we cannot convert a word to an integer. Python gives an error and then quits the program. You can look at the text version of this tutorial for more information regarding the use of logical operators such as and, or, in, and not. You can use these logical operators in the conditional code to improve our program. Try it yourself as an exercise. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next tutorial. Smash that like button if you found the content insightful and subscribe for more content just like this. And click the bell button to get notifications of new videos to stay up to date. See you in the next video.